takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. They run again with Hines. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Allen going to throw. Caught by Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On the delay, here's Hines. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the 24, Allen caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now it's Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs from 3 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here in Vegas. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 3rd and long for Prescott. Escaping, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. The defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Johnson on the return. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
But you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To try again after the sack, Prescott goes right side, complete to Gronk, and he'll be out right at the 35. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go along.
Touchdown, Bills! Stevie Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Pull it good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. One more go for this offense in the first half. And the ball banked way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They'll try and pound it with a big back Bettis. He's going to be a yard short. But only got 1. 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He gets it left side to Johnson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flush to his right.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
They're bringing a spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter.
Hines is in. Touchdown, Bills. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something out on the board and not get shut out. Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The offense back out on the field here following the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Prescott.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead.
They'll try to run with Hines. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it don't count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Down the right sideline. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination.
Mellow, he ain't never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. Ain't sold a million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I let the king first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who called me these places. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Hello and welcome in. I'm the coach and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week and the wait is now over. It's time to play ball.
They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen. Now Allen to throw. Throwing to start the drive. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4.